Hello. So it is my pleasure today to introduce and welcome Michael Ourabah, the Chief Executive Officer and founder of BSO, to talk about what his company's up to and what are the opportunities for the firm going forward. Before we start, I'd like to congratulate Michael and his team and BSO on their success in winning the Connectivity Provider of the Year award in the FOW International Awards of 2020. So congratulations to Michael and the team. So to start, Michael, perhaps you could just tell us about what does this award mean for BSO at the moment?
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Luke, for the warm and kind intro. And obviously we're very proud to and honored to have won the award. And to segue into what you just said, absolutely, it's a great recognition. You know, it's an extremely competitive business. We all know that trading firms, buy side, sell side, they're all looking for the absolute best infrastructure when it comes to supporting their core trading business, and obviously latency and diversity and the way you engineer infrastructure to support the trading networks is critical and incidental to make it happen. So obviously you need to constantly do research and development, find new technologies, be on the bleeding edge of technology to ensure that you can keep that edge and make that difference against the competitors. We've obviously been doing that for almost 17 years now, so it's been quite some time. But you know, I mean, whenever we get recognitions like these, it's really heartwarming, and on top of what it gives me personally, it's huge for the whole team and the whole company that's working tremendously 24/7 to get to these type of milestones and successes.
As you said, it is a very competitive field, and that was reflected in the entries that we saw for this category. So it was a lot of very strong entries. So sort of well done again to BSO. One of the features of the entry that made BSO stand out was the work that you've done around RF connectivity. Perhaps could you talk to us about what are your expectations around the adoption of RF connectivity by trading firms, and what do you see as the advantages of RF connectivity over perhaps some other types of sort of connectivity technology?
Absolutely. Yeah, the RF technology has been here for quite some time now, but as usual, you have the prop trading firm, algo trading firm that are on the bleeding edge, and HFT that are on the bleeding edge of all these technologies to get this alpha and this edge to win. But adoption to the more mainstream financial and capital markets community is usually a lot slower and takes a lot more time. And as the technology matures, you kind of forced into developing additional bricks of value-added services and bricks of additional intellectual property, software, wraparound of services on top of the RF product itself to ensure that more traditional tier one banks, brokers, market data providers can benefit of this technology, because it obviously cannot be used as a pure replacement of fiber connectivity, as in I unplug this service and I plug this service instead. If you do that, it's going to be a recipe for failure and you're going to be facing tremendous amount of problems. And as you said, I mean, all we've been doing on this RF technology over the past few years is pretty broad. I mean, we've been working on spectrum that's been untouched for years by other companies. We've developed in-house radios that are pretty unique and give us that advantage and that edge. We've used plenty of other technological advances to gain nanoseconds here and there. And obviously the most significant market where we're operating in is the New Jersey equity triangle between the three major equity exchanges, NYSE, NASDAQ, and CBOE. But with the experience that we've acquired over the years, we've replicated that into other markets, namely into Chicago Metro between CME and ICE, and in the Toronto Metro area as well between TMX and NASDAQ Canada. And obviously we've got plenty of other projects ongoing leveraging this RF technology, namely not only millimeter wave and where we've been operating for a while, but also microwave, more long haul projects and other regions in the world where we believe there is a significant potential uptick for adoption in specific regions.
Our subscribers will be very interested to learn what you plan to deliver in 2021, and that's something that I will come on to sort of ask you shortly. But there's been a lot of talk in recent years about the institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies and digital assets. What are your thoughts on the institutional adoption, the institutional use of cryptocurrencies and digital assets?
Cryptocurrencies and crypto exchanges laying inside the public clouds means that to connect to these matching engines, traditionally you just run a VPN over the internet to access to this matching engine and place your orders. This is a complete no-no when it comes to a JP Morgan or a tier one bank that's deciding to invest a few $1 billion on behalf of their customers, even if it's just asset under management, because their own regulator imposes on them that no matter what, they need to be able to clear their positions. They need to be able to execute orders. And if you depend on the internet to clear positions and trade your customers' assets back into dollars or whatever currency they want, or any other asset class, then you're failing and you're in breach. So this is why we've been working hard in the last few years to develop a product that can support and give access from any of the existing liquidity venues from the traditional capital markets. So the exchanges data centers or the common data centers where most of plenty of different engines or OTC trading is happening through cross connects or Fabric locally located. So basically we provide customers with a port in this data center, just at a cross connects reach. And we guarantee them access directly to the crypto exchanges through a VLAN on these ports, through private bandwidth into the public cloud provider via the on-ramps that we have in all the different regions on all the various public cloud providers. So AWS, Azure, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Ali Cloud, you name them. We've got on-ramps with all of these, and we've got these on-ramps in all the regions. So when a crypto exchange has a matching engine in AWS Dublin and another one is in Ali Cloud Hong Kong, we can provide to customers either direct access from one of their on-net data centers to these venues, but also direct cloud-to-cloud low latency connectivity for them to be doing arbitrage trading strategies between the venues without even having to have any data center locations between them. We basically combine our ultra low latency fiber long haul network with our on-ramp, on-demand SDN Cloud Connect products. And that's been a huge hit this year. We've had plenty of wins and uptake into these products.
Okay, thank you for that. So obviously you've been working very hard on the RF connectivity and the cryptocurrency. As we look forward to 2021, Michael, what do you see, what are your plans for next year? What do you see as the opportunities for BSO?
That's always a good question. I think we're, if we look at the last 3 years, we've embarked a journey where we started M&A in 2017 with 2 acquisitions and a third acquisition in 2019. And I think it took us a good 3 years to swallow and digest all these three acquisitions. So 2021 for us is going to be a year where we're going to, number one, consolidate our leadership on the market, both on the fiber connectivity and the RF connectivity, create additional value-add services on these underlying infrastructure subsets that can widen our coverage and our depth in the market. But we're going to continue on our M&A road and strategy because there is a lot of opportunities with the pandemic, and in some firms are not necessarily the best. And we believe that we're in a pretty good position, so we're going to continue on that journey, whilst investing obviously into new venues, new location, keep expanding into new geographies, into new emerging markets, as trading firms and capital markets demand more and more proximity trading into these new emerging markets, as they can see that seeking the alpha is complicated in the traditional established market because there's a lot of competition. But when you combine these with new venues that are underserved, undertraded, then they can find these extra trading opportunities in this alpha. So geographical expansion, M&A, and obviously refining and optimizing our products.
Okay, you're going to be very busy next year, and we look forward to finding out about your successes and developments next year. But for now, Michael, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, and
thank you very much.
Congratulations again on your win in 2020, and wish you all the best with your endeavours in 2021.
Thanks very much, Luke. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.